Shortly after midnight on Saturday, 3 September, Unit 2 at Eskom's only nuclear power station, Koeberg, tripped, removing 920 megawatts of capacity from the grid. Protection systems were triggered by a problem with the control rods and the mechanism used to lower these rods. It would be the first of at least 44 unit trips over the next 7 days, which some have called one of the worst weeks for the Eskom coal-fired fleet in recent history. First, we moved to Lephalale in Limpopo. 2 days after Unit 2 at Koeberg went offline, a 720 megawatt unit at one of Eskom's 2 new coal-fired power stations, Medupi, went offline at 3:25 in the afternoon. It was followed by a trip at nearby Matimba less than an hour later. Matimba Unit 6 would be returned to service only to trip again later the same night, removing 615 megawatts of capacity from the grid. The next day, Unit 2 at Medupi tripped, as well as Unit 2 at Matimba in the early hours of the morning of the 6th of September. Both units would quickly be returned to service. But in the Mpumalanga Highveld, where the majority of Eskom's coal-fired power stations are located, the situation deteriorated significantly as the week progressed. It starts on Sunday, the 4th of September, shortly after midnight, when Unit 3 at Arno Power Station went offline, removing 350 megawatts from the grid. It took 11 hours and 40 minutes to resolve the issue. Unit 4 at Duva was next, removing 575 megawatts from the grid just after 9 p.m. It was brought back online at 5 a.m. the next day. Monday, the 5th of September, was a crucial day. 9 units would trip between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m., starting at Kusile, Duva, Kendal, Majuba, Arno, Medupi, Matimba, Tutuka, and Matimba again. A collective 5,426 megawatts that was off the grid. On average, it would take Eskom engineers 10 hours to return each of these units to service. Over the next 6 days, a further 33 units would trip as a result of varying issues and problems. All told, 24,000 megawatts broke down, just over 50% of Eskom's total generating capacity. The 33 units that were brought back online represented 22,000 megawatts. But crucially, this would not be enough to prevent Eskom from running its pumped storage stations and diesel open-cycle gas turbines extensively, meaning that while some units were returned, the resultant capacity gap was too big to fill, and load shedding was instituted for the entire week.